Loved it. They all said what a wonderful thing it was. It wasn't until I yelled at him that I had a problem with me. He had no problem with me until I told him he wasn't listening to the Father's will. He said what a wonderful Passover it was. They ate the lamb. They loved it. Shame on you, Peter. Shame on you, Peter. Shame on you, Lee. Shame on you, all of you that are talking bad about what God just did. You know better. Shame on you. Shame on you. Shame on you. Abba, you bring judgment where it belongs. Bring judgment on me if I did wrong. Bring judgment on them if they did wrong. If they speak wrong about your priests and about what happened here, that was your will being done, may it be judgment upon them. Judgment on their heads. Judgment on their whole families. Judgment, judgment, judgment.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. May judgment come upon and may the truth be known everywhere. May the truth be known everywhere.
Yes.
Shame on you, Peter. Shame on you, leaders. Shame on you, leaders. Leland, shame on you, leaders. You were supposed to feel bad, you idiots. You're supposed to feel bad for 3 days. That's what happens every time we do it. I can't get out of bed for 3 days and 3 nights after this happens. You're supposed to feel bad because we have to do these things because of Yah's kingdom coming. We have to do these things because that is the hard thing to do. But you're okay eating meat. You didn't want to become a vegetarian, did you? You were all meat eater. You all eat the meat, but you don't want to do the killing. That's why he told me, you are a coward. You're a coward, Peter. You're a coward, Peter. You're a coward, Peter. And Lee, I'm so shocked. I'm so shocked. Did you say that even Paul was doing the sacrifices still even after Yeshua died? Tell me about that stuff.
Paul brought a bunch of animals for his Nazirite vow, and all the
you have to, don't you?
All the disciples were still offering sacrifices.
May judgment come upon all the leaders that think that they're leading people astray. May judgment come. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. May the judgments come. May the judgments come. I am done with these evil people leading people astray. And you know what the evil is? It's their pride. It's nothing but else but their pride. That man that sat here last night said he was Eliyahu. Did he have pride?
Yeah, for a little bit.
But not all that much.
But he
laid it all down, didn't he? When I yelled at him, he accepted, he received it. That man couldn't. Peter, you couldn't receive rebuke because you thought you were so high of yourself. You saw so high. So let's see what Yah does. If he brings judgment to you or if he brings judgment to me. But I tell you what, I will not sit back and let the leaders, for the sake of the children, I will not let the leaders lie to people anymore. May judgment come upon Leland. God bless all of his people, but the leaders need to be judged as the congregations of Israel need to be judged. I was told I was here to do that with this stick, and that's what I'm going to do, because I'm not going to let you do this anymore. I'm not going to let you lie to people anymore. None of you. We are in the days of Noah. Is it not like the days of Noah? Do we not have to come out and at least get some basics for all the countries in the world, the savages in the world, to say, no, you can't do these things anymore. There is one God. Do we not see the one God? All you can see is, oh my gosh, that means Christians will be put in this. No, it doesn't when Christians are on the board. When Christians are in the Sanhedrin. You go to Africa, go to your Jerusalem in Africa. You go, and you see that you are just a foundation rock. You are the foundation to build the church. You're not the top. You're not the Cohen. I am the king of the Levites, and you are the king of Naphtali. Where does that put you in this? Do you have a right to judge what the king of Levites is doing? Do you have a right to judge what Abba is doing through the Jews? Do you understand that this whole lamb thing, and when I said that the Mashiach comes in, is what hits the Jews, it's what's going to hit them, and understand the Mashiach? They understand that he's the Passover lamb. Go ahead, you go eat your ham in Passover. Eat your ham at Passover. Eat it, and be cursed by it. Be cursed by your meat. All I know is I'm here to bring the meat to the children at the proper times. We are supposed to do the Paschal lamb. It is a commandment, and you do it, and you don't understand. It is his spirit. Wait a minute, Peter. You do understand. You saw that. It was all fine and dandy, and what a wonderful day, and you were thanking me and saying what guts and what a righteous person I was. It was so funny. Do you remember that? You were there.
Yeah.
And when did it change?
When you yelled at him.
When I yelled at him.
Hurt his little ego.
I heard his big ego, right? Yeah, but his big ego went down. And then what happened? Oh, now the man's evil. I said that he apologized to me and said I was right. And now when I yelled at him and said, you're not listening to the Father's will, you're not listening to the Father, now I'm evil. This man's talking about the gates, his menorah. They don't understand, they lack understanding. I'm just trying, the 7 spirits of the 7 churches coming through the throne of God is the 7 spirits of God that emanates us.
Of course.
In order to get your crown of salvation, you have to have this emanated. No, they don't understand. They don't understand. I'm so angry right now because these are people that I love. That he loves. And now it's become, when you love somebody and they do these things, what does it do? He knows. I'm not looking for anything. I came here, I knew that he was going to have, I didn't know for the 70 nations, I knew I was going to have to do this on the land one day. And I knew it was coming. I thought it was going to be this trip. But I go, you're going to have to make it all happen. You're going to have to provide everything I need. And that's exactly what he did. And even told me that, including a taxi ride, right when I needed it, right across the street. It's like, the bus is full. Judith comes with a taxi to pick me up right there. Pick us up. No, it was all divinely ordained. You saw the whole thing.
Yeah.
We saw it, but no. Oh, because the little animal died. You put your Mashiach on the cross. You killed your Mashiach. You killed them. Stop blaming the Jews for what they did. You killed them. If the Ephraim didn't sin and was pushed out of the land, he wouldn't have had to come and die for us to come home. So who killed them, Yehuda or Ephraim? Tell me, who killed them? And you're trying to say a holy act is evil. Why? So you go by way of Leland. Peter, Lee, you go by way of Leland, because I already brought judgment on Leland the 2 days before, because I didn't say anything about Eastern religion. I kept saying, please stop thinking Eastern religion. I just said the name chakra. I said that those are the candlesticks that are in there, but the name in the Hebrew, see, all God did was change the language, and it confused everybody. They thought each other was evil. All I was saying was the chakra name is the same as our gates. It's our doorways to the temple. How many doors to the temple do we have? But guess what? There's 7 spirits coming off the throne of God, and those 7 colors. And you know what? I'm here to separate you by colors. I'm here to separate you by churches, by colors, by spirits. See, it depends on which one you're lit up in. But what you have a crown. You have the golden crown. That's your golden crown, isn't it? So, lest anybody takes your crown. Peter, you were in my house, your wife, your kids. Your house was in my house. I was there to bless your house, and because I didn't sign your paper, to be part of your house, because you think so highly of your house, and I don't sign things, I don't sign contracts that put me underneath anybody so I can't listen to my Yah anymore, then you had a problem. And that's where your pride is going to knock you down now. May judgment come upon your head now. May judgments come upon you. May Yahweh bring judgments on all of us and shine the light and expose all of us what's in us. And you are so full of pride and such goodly words. That's why, because I'm not that type. I don't even have a high school diploma. But what did Abba give to Naphtali? What do you give Naphtali? Goodly words, so that everybody can follow him. That's good. Goodly words. Good. Let's see where the power comes. Don't make the son angry, lest he smite you with a curse. Well, you know what? You got him angry today. Shame on you. May Yahweh bring judgment upon you and your head and your household. May your gates be tested by Hasatan. Now is the time that your gates gets tested. And you see if your gates are holy or not. Uroshimati manaya humana makanain. Rabatabashabutone manahanam, Roshakaniti, Rushaham, Urosim, Ipatahana Kanan, Ibramanaya Hunamanahanim, Ishikitana Mayoshamam Manahanim, Oroshumataya Hanan. You're going to see who carries the stick and who brings the judgments. You're going to see. Because I won't allow it anymore for the sake of the children and for the sake of humanity, for the sake of everything. What you don't understand. This is to get rid of the United Nations. To get rid of the United Nations that are housed by pedophiles in the deep state. And now, I have been talking to Yehuda. Wait till you see the video. I've been talking to Yehuda, Levites, people that are doing the reenactments, and they're seeing this. They saw it and they're seeing it. They were all changed by that thing. Yes, Leland, you're supposed to feel bad. You're supposed to feel good all the time. Yeah, Jesus makes you feel good all the time, huh? Jesus makes you feel good. That's all they want is pleasures. They only want pleasures. Are you kidding? You think that they would ever do anything like I had to do? That's why I said, why, Abba? Why are you choosing me? I'm not a speaker. I'm not any of these things. I'm not a scholar. I don't know these things. You know what he tells me?
He doesn't want them.
He doesn't want anybody that knows the knowledge of the world.
Yeah.
He wants people that just to give themselves and follow him. And he told me, I go, why are you making me do these things? Because you're the only one that has the guts to do it. You're the only one willing to lay their life down, their reputation down to do it. And look what they do. They judge righteous for unholy. What was done there was the blood had to be spilled. And the land had to cry out. And I'll tell you what. See, I wasn't in control by then. They were wanting to stop the Gog-Magog war. That's not what the Father's will was. See, everybody, all they want is, oh, we stop this, we stop that. That's witchcraft. Do you understand what witchcraft is? It's not obeying the Father. I obey the Father and I say what he tells me to say. And that bloodshed was to allow Ephraim to come home, to cleanse the land and remove the unholy from the land, from Yerushalayim, and bring Ephraim home. And I'm talking to those people, and I tested the boundaries and everything. They were freaked out. They didn't want me doing that because they understood that I still believed in Yeshua. And it was a big, big ordeal. A lot of people got tested, and a lot of people got judgment. And so are you today. May judgments come. May judgments come upon your whole household now. Because what you just said, and what he just said, is judgments. Oh, because you felt bad. They felt bad because of the Lamb. You should feel bad. Duh. You should feel bad. What do you think I could do? I every time this, it's a state of.
Exactly what it's supposed to be. Now,
I call holiness evil and evil holiness.
What I wonder is why everyone's making their videos about that, yet no one's showing the part where you have an Orthodox Jew saying Evan Ma Suabonim, meening his lost brother from Ephraim.
They're hugging me and saying he loves me so much, and this is an Orthodox Jew. And they see us. He was seeing my eyes. He goes, I don't understand how you guys get this ruach, or you get this ruach stuff, but he saw it happen. He saw everything.
He said, you were my lost son brother, but I didn't recognize you because you sounded like Egyptian. Yes. Just like Joseph.
Yes. You were there when you said that.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. See?
This is the prophecy.
This is the feast of the Lamb. No, this was an offering. But it was to show that we need to do the Paschal offering, and we don't have to have. See, even he thought we don't have to have the temple to do the Paschal offering.
Right.
The Paschal offering should be done by every family.
Yeah,
everybody should know that they're killing their Messiah every year for the things that they do. They need to understand. That's why he's told me I have to give them the meat at the right time. The meat is the Paschal meat. It's his meat.
Yeah.
You don't understand. They all ate it and they loved it. Why did he eat the meat? Why did he eat the meat? That meat is bringing a curse upon you now. May it bring a curse upon you now because you're saying it's unholy. So what did it do to you? What did it do to your whole house? You thought it was a holy thing. And then I yelled at you. And you didn't like that. You're pride. Full of pride. Full of pride. Peter's full of pride. What was Peter like when he was here? He was getting in trouble all the time, wasn't he? Maybe he gets in trouble now again. Because you just denied him and what he did. Do you want Sharia law? You can get Sharia law. That's what you want. That's the Mahdi system. That's the UN system. That's what the Pope is going to push, and that's what this is our only chance, is that we unite with Yehuda, and you're part of the, I am part of the Sanhedrin. And guess what? You're not. Okay? Not yet. And as a matter of fact, the seal that and he took all the good things that he wanted. See, they take all the good things. Oh, that he's a king. I seal him as a king and all this stuff. Oh, I was told by his wife I was the only true prophet that they knew.
Yeah, I witnessed that.
You witnessed that too?
Yeah.
As soon as I yelled at him, no more. Because I didn't sign his paper. I didn't become part of his club. By your club, your club be tested. May your gates of your club be tested right now. Everybody in your house, may it be tested now. May they... And may it come up now. May it come up and test your gates. Because that's God's will. That's Yahweh's will right now for you. And if you push it, I'll take your crown. I'll take your crown. And you should have kept your mouth shut, Peter. You should have kept your mouth shut. They full, you know what they do? They listen to each other's knowledge, and they get full of these fears and all this stuff. That's what almost ruined it that day. It was the fears of the Jews that I was sacrificing to Jesus. I mean, what kind of mentality is that? You see the fears of them? They thought I was going to say I'm sacrificing to Jesus.
Yeah.
What Christian does that? He is the Paschal Lamb. I'm sacrificing him to himself? No, I'm sacrificing the Son to the Father. Because he's a willing lamb. And every year he dies to show us, I'm sorry, Peter. I'm sorry, Leland, you felt bad for 3 days. You know what? So did I. So did my dog. My dog was crying for 3 days and 3 nights. The first year. Does it mean we shouldn't do it? Oh, that's bad. That's evil. No. We're supposed to do it to understand that he is our Paschal Lamb, that he is the sacrifice, that he was in Egypt the sacrifice. He's the one that entered the lamb so that the blood would become holy to put on our gates. This is our gates. This is our doorways. Our doorways are to our being and our glorified body. And because you don't understand and you lack knowledge, you think it's evil. And Eliyahu, the spirit of Eliyahu, is here to correct all things, all religions, all things to bring them to one, to understand the truth.
Yes.
And they are stuck in their man-made knowledge. And they don't understand when somebody, that's why I had to rebuke, what's his name last night? I spent all day reading the word, and that's the word is to be in his presence. I said, that's not true. To be in his presence doesn't mean, you don't have to, Abraham didn't have the written word.
Yes.
The word is his word. To be in his word, listening and doing, not reading about him in books and saying, oh, I know better. I know him better than you do, because I know the Bible better. Did you know Genesis 5:6? Did you know Luke 2:12? Did you know what? You're an idiot. How can you think you're somebody? Well, you know what? I don't know the scriptures that well, but I know him. And he always uses the scriptures to prove what I do is right. So now the judgment's come. You just upset the Son. You upset the Son in me. Lest he smite you with a curse. Shema Ohanim, Matanim. Judgment must come to the congregations first. That's what I'm here for. That was what was prophesied. That's why he makes me carry the stick that I don't want to carry. But I will now, for the sake of the children and for the sake of the world. I will carry the stick, and I will bring judgments to people like you, Peter. Petro, you, shame on you, shame on you, shame on you. You, the own lamb that you ate at my house, the own lamb that you were praising and saying what a wonderful, what an amazing experience it was. That lamb is bringing a curse upon you now. Because you are saying that lamb was unholy now. That lamb has become part of you. That was holy, holy, holy lamb. You witnessed the whole thing. You witnessed the lamb and the peaceful lamb. You witnessed the willing lamb, and you witness it every time. And yes, and so he's saying, what happens? Oh my God. Why do you think I had to have the lamb there for 4 days prior? The whole time before this, when I found out, I didn't prepare what I was going to say or do. I sat there to make the lamb comfortable and to speak to it. And I spoke in tongues, and the spirit gets, his spirit comes into it. You see it. Well, guess what? What is the spirit of Yah? What is the spirit of Yah? But shalom. Doesn't he say, I am peace, I am love? So that lamb loved me and was at peace within minutes of being with it. Wouldn't let anybody, people that were else, it was freaking him out when other people come up. But he was at peace with me, and that's what I spent the whole time doing. I found out, and within minutes, I had to be with the lamb, and the next thing you know, I have to slaughter it. But he already prepared me. That morning, he told me I was going to have to do it. He says, be ready to do it. I'm going, I can't do anything. I said, you're going to have to make it all happen and just make me do what I'm supposed to do. And that's what happened. And you call that for evil. You call righteousness for evil. I am the high priest to do this right now. That's what he's told me. So I'm here to bring judgment. So judgment come upon Remnant House. Judgment come upon Remnant House. Abba, send Hasatan to test all their gates so that they may know the truth. Because I love you, Peter, and I love your house. But I'm not part of your club. You have to be part of my club. You have to be part of Beth Kavod to understand. That's the 144,000. This is the peak. This is where I'm finding the 12,000 from each tribe. And he's showing me the tribes, and he's showing me who is who. That's why he showed me who you were too. And you got confirmation. You knew what I didn't know anything. I didn't even know Peter, the old Peter was from Galilee. It didn't even dawn on me that he's from Galilee. That's Naphtali's land too. I didn't know anything. All he said, that's a king of Naphtali. Well, king of Naphtali, you've had personal rebukes. Now it's out in the open. May the gates of hell test you. May hell test your gates, because that is what's going to grow us and make us righteous. Because you cursed yourself by eating the lamb, the Paschal lamb, and loved it. Your son, that's all he ate. He kept going back for more of that evil lamb. Forgive me, Father, for saying that. Forgive me, what I just said. But that's what they're calling it. They're calling it evil, and they don't understand. When he said that, did you not see the spirit of shalom go into the lamb? Did you not see it? You don't have the guts to do what I had to do. You don't have the guts, and so that's why you have to put yourself in a position and say, well, you don't have to do that. You shouldn't have that done. Go get your Easter ham. Go get your Easter ham, Churchanity. You think you're out of Churchanity, but you're still in it. You're so still in it. All I know is I already had prophecies about this. I already knew Churchanity was not going to accept us. He told us that years ago. He gave it dreams to my son too. We knew it from years ago. My son was holding a cup of wine when they were drowning in the water. We were by ourselves. That's what's coming now. That's where we're at now. We're by ourselves. We're not really, the Jews are seeing us and everything, but we were by ourselves. That's what's happening, because Churchanity won't accept us anymore. So we're floating in the water by ourselves. And then the ship that had the Jews and Christians on it got us. And then my son was saving the water, the wine through this whole thing. And he gave it to the Christians because he was almost drowned trying to save this, a symbol of the blood. And guess what happened? The Christian dumped it out in the ocean and then helped him up. And it was such a slap in the face. And then when we got on the ship, the Christians really wouldn't have much to do with us. It was Yehuda that received us. And I know that's what's happening now too. Yehuda understands, because they understand the deep secrets. And Churchanity doesn't understand, because they've been so lied to for so long that and kept from the truth for so long that now is judgments. I have to bring judgments now. I can't sit back and not do it. It's him in me that rises. Last night I was in total peace, and next thing you know, I started yelling at this man, very prophetic, a holy, holy, holy man. And you know what he said to me at the end? He goes, God bless you, for God used you today to teach me. He kept saying, thank you, thank you. He's getting in the elevator. A very holy man.
Yes.
Anyway, no, go ahead. You say what I did, you call it evil. Yes, it is. But you're the one that did it. I had just the guts to do it, but it's churchianity that's doing it, that's putting him up on the cross. It's killing him over and over and over again. See, I don't know what the future holds with the sacrifices. I know what he showed me is because of me, people are going to start keeping the Passover lamb, is what he showed me. And then he says that they're going to make it illegal one day because of it. And what they don't understand is, you go watch every single butcher. Go on YouTube and watch hidden videos of how these animals are killed. And you think that I did it in an appropriate way or something. I don't know what you guys think. But you're okay eating the meat. And that's how he got me to do it in the first place years ago. He says, you're willing to eat the meat, but you don't even know that it was alive and where it came from. You're willing to eat it because it was in a package. And you're willing to go through the drive-thru at McDonald's. I don't do that, but you know what I'm trying to say. It was that whole, you're willing to eat the meat but not kill it? To realize that it had something? He told me, he goes, your hand's already guilty. I want you to feel it.
Yeah.
And that's what I do. So I feel it every time I do it. This time was different. This time wasn't as strong, and they all thought I was very emotional. I'm like, oh, you haven't seen the other ones.
Yeah.
But because I feel it, what I'm having to do, I'm spilling his blood.
Yeah.
But he's a willing lamb, and he always was, and that's what they don't understand.
Yeah.
The Jews will get it.
Yeah.
Christianity won't.
Yeah, because they're too afraid.
Well, they're too afraid. They're stuck in their pleasures of the world. We don't need to do that. That's a bondage.
Yeah.
That's a bondage. Let the judgments come. I can't do this. I know who I am. I know what he's telling me to do, and I can't hide it anymore. I'm not going to. For what? To make them feel better about themselves, so that they can be like, "Oh, I'm the king. I'm this. I'm that." Is that why? And let them lead the children astray. I can't do this anymore. For the sake of the truth, I can't do it anymore. I won't. I will bring the blessing and the curse. I have that ability.
Yes.
I can even take your crown if I wanted to. You think I can't? You don't understand how the kingdom's coming. People don't understand how the kingdom's coming. This stick that I avoided for so long is how they know me here. And I never wanted it. I complained about it all the time. He's like, sure, walkie stick, you need. Well, I'm like, the cane works better for me. Let it be done. Now I know. I love him. I love him. And let the laws. I was there for the Noahite laws. Did you see me do a slaughtering? And you're all saying that, oh, it's the Noahite laws and they're going to kill the Christians because of it. No, they're not. No, they're not. It's going to be the Sharia law that's going to be against. But look, I have the 10 Commandments written here. I follow them. So did anybody tell me I can't do it or I can't even slaughter the lamb? Because I'm a Gentile and I keep the Sabbath and I keep the laws? No. I bring judgment to those people, to those rabbis. I've already seen it. I saw judgment happen immediately when one rabbi told me I can't keep the Sabbath because I'm not Jewish. Immediate. I saw the phone call come right when he said, I go, what's going on? He goes, he's getting judgment for what he just did to you.
Yeah.
Because it makes him angry.
They even said at the conference that the whole thing with the 7 laws is to start until you can do more.
That's it. It's just basically common morals.
Just like Paul.
Just like Paul did, in order for the Jews to be able to mix with the other people. That's it. They can't have. Do you think it's okay for people doing all kinds of sexual sins and all kinds of, they're drinking blood, whatever they're doing, to come here and worship God? No, it's not like that. The world has to be clean so that we don't have another flood. Well, now it's coming fire. Another fire is coming, and I'm calling it. I'm calling it. That's why I'm going to be hated in the world. I'm calling the judgment. We just went on Zion yesterday and cursed Belial and cursed his sons in the earth. And guess what? His sons are here in Jerusalem and all over the world, and they're cursed now, and they're going to be exposed. But that's okay. We had to risk hell to do this because of love. But you go do your churchianity stuff. You go spread your gospel. You go Jesus love. But oh yeah, no. Anyway, whatever. Go ahead. Let the judgments come because it's time yet. So you basically, you were speaking, just like Leland now is speaking against the light of God, the light of Yah. He said it was evil that I associated the chakras with the menorah. Okay, you agreed with him. May it be. May the menorah, may your chakras be shut down. May your chakras be shut down. May your gates be closed. May your chakras, the eastern chakras, be shut. May it shut from here. May it shut from here. May you not have ecstasy. May you not have a mouth to speak. May the spirit, the Che, may the spirit that comes out, may that gate be closed for you. May the heart be closed for you. May that chakra be closed for you. May the resurrection, may the solar plexus where he resurrected on the third day, may that be closed to. And may you only live in the bottom two. Until you know your place. Until you know your place. Because your place as a king is pretty far from Yerushalayim, from the fire. And you're dealing with fire now. Okay? You're dealing with Yah's fire now. May it come. All you who speak against God's light, may their light be shut down. Until they learn the truth. 7 spirits of Yahweh is to come in us and light the menorah. That's what I do. That's my job. And you call it evil. Your calling is the Kohen HaKadol. You're calling his holy Kohen evil for telling the truth. If I am wrong, I ask for judgments all the time. I just said yesterday, may you kill me if I'm speaking if I'm speaking the things of the devil, may you kill me. I prayed it all the time. Do you not hear me? I ask for judgment all the time because I want to be pure and ready as a bride. But all I do is listen and do. And now, that's not for you. May you go into darkness until you know the truth. They took the blessings, even the girls, because they went together with the other girls. They got freaked out by what I said. So they all freaked out and thought everything I did was evil then. It was all fine and dandy. But because they didn't understand, they got freaked out. And then they brought judgments upon themselves. You guys don't even know what I did before I went there. Wait till you listen to the prayers that he had me say before I even went there. And anybody that did not receive the Mashiach was under judgment. I went there. I was talking about the rabbis there. And guess what? They received us. The man Hillel Wise said, he said on the way out, he said, God sent you to us. And you don't like it because it's not you. Maybe does he need to go sign your paper too? Does he need to sign your paper to be part of your remnant house? Huh? Does he need to sign your paper to be part of your club that you built? Guess what, mister? This club that's being built, his club, there is no signing. What it is hear and do, and he has us in us. And he told me a long time ago, you're only in this to make sure nobody controls it. And that's why I'm in it with you. You came into my house and tried to take a living stone out of its place. Was he not?
He was.
He was. He was trying to take the living stone out of his place and offer him houses and all kinds of things. What was he offering you? He was offering you what?
Oh, a house.
Well, first of all, he said he was going to give you a job, right? Weren't you supposed to have work?
Yeah, I was supposed to have a job and a house.
And all these things.